What is the TSP? The TSP is the Thrift Savings Plan, and this is the retirement plan available to FERS employees. So if you're in the federal employee retirement system, then you have access to the TSP. The TSP is also available for folks who are in the BRS, blended retirement system, and those who joined after January 1st, 2018. So what is the TSP? Well, the TSP is very similar to the 401k. The only difference is that it is operated by the federal government. And so the TSP is going to allow you to make the same contribution amounts as what you're eligible to do in the 401k. It's going to have some similar investment options as what you had access to in a 401k, and it's going to have many of the same rules as what you had in the 401k. So in this video, what I'll do is I'll share with you what the TSP is, who can contribute to it, and some of the different investment considerations that you'll have. So of course, this video isn't financial advice for you. It's not investment advice for you. I couldn't give you financial or investment advice as a registered professional unless I knew more about your situation. So please make sure that you consult with a professional prior to taking action on anything that you see here in this video. With that out of the way, what is the TSP? So the TSP is an employer-sponsored retirement plan. In this case, the employer is the federal government. The TSP has two different types of plans. It has a traditional contribution plan and then a Roth plan. Traditional contributions are going to be on a tax-deferred basis. This is going to allow you to get some tax savings in the year that you make the contribution, and all of the growth is going to be taxed as ordinary income when you take the money out. So that means that the contribution and the growth are going to be delayed on paying any taxes until you actually take them out. But when you do take the money out, it'll be just like you're getting a paycheck. Whereas with a Roth contribution, you have to pay taxes on that amount today, but once you pay the taxes, you'll never have to pay taxes again on that contribution or any of the growth. So there's a choice there if you want to put money into a traditional TSP contribution or a Roth contribution. Now, how much can you actually add to the TSP? Well, in 2018, you can contribute up to $18,500 if you're below the age of 50. If you're over age 50, then you can contribute an additional $6,000. That means that you could contribute up to $24,500 of your salary into the TSP if you're over the age of 50. Now, you can split up that contribution in any way that you like. So if you wanted to, say, contribute the full $24,500 to the TSP, and you want half of it to go to Roth and half of it to go to traditional, then you can do that. It's just up to you and the election that you make. You should consider that the agency or your department is going to make a matching contribution as well. When you enroll in the TSP, you're automatically going to contribute 3% of your base pay unless you elect not to. So that's something to consider, is that if you look at your pay stub and you see that you're making that contribution but you don't want to, then you'll need to actually go in and make that adjustment. Now, what investment options does the TSP have? Well, the Thrift Savings Plan only has 5 different funds, and these funds are the C Fund, the F Fund, the S Fund, the I Fund, and the G Fund. Now, these 5 funds are asset classes for different areas. You'll also have access to life cycle funds, and these are portfolios that are a mix of the 5 funds that we just went through. These life cycle funds are based on when you are going to retire. So if you have a long time, 20, 30 years before you retire, then the life cycle funds will be a little bit more aggressive. They'll have more of investments in equities and stocks. Whereas if you're getting close to retirement, then your portfolio is going to be more conservative and you'll have less stocks in that portfolio. The great thing about the TSP are that the fees on these funds are very low. and they're actually among the most competitive in the world. So there's a great benefit to having some money in the TSP. But the drawback, there are a couple different drawbacks to the TSP, mainly that you only have access to those 5 funds. And so depending on the market cycle, those may or may not be attractive based on your retirement time and your investment needs. The other drawback to the TSP is the G fund itself has been used for helping with some of the budget shutdowns. When we've seen Congress shut down, we've actually seen the funds in the TSP and the G fund being committed to helping to fund the government. Now, it's only on a short-term basis and it's always been repaid back, but it's just something personally I'm just not comfortable with, and I don't think that I want my retirement money to be used for budget shortfalls when Congress can't get their act together. So those are just personal beliefs, but the TSP is a great vehicle for you if you are a federal employee. It offers the access to some very low-cost funds, and it also gives you the ability to save for your retirement using the traditional account or a Roth account. So I hope that you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them and to offer any resources I have available to me. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.